Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Drill Dozer for the Game Boy Advance. In the last video, we played the secret area for Area 2, and we actually went through the other path that I didn't take the first time around. And amazingly, getting past the last section before getting that last treasure and the exit was much, much harder than it should have been. I'm just going to say that right now. It really shouldn't have been that difficult, and yet somehow it was. And I am beginning to dread the other secret areas. However, we don't have any more secret areas to play through at the moment, thankfully, and we now have the story to fall back onto. And we are now going to go to Area 6-2, Croog's Doom Dozer. Yes, we will be playing it. Yes, we will get a cutscene. I'm gonna drive right up to it so the boss can hop over to that monstrosity. Monstrosity? How dare you say that about my beautiful implement of doom? It has a name, you know. I call it the Doom Dozer! Huh? Where'd that weird voice come from? Maybe the radio signals got crossed? Oh well, we gotta stop that thing. Is everybody ready? The boss is gonna fight that thing by herself? Oh boy. That thing is huge. There's no way we can fight that thing. Huh? And it looks like the only way in is on. Watch out, we're gonna crash! It's all up to you now, boss! And yeah, we crushed right into it. Fools, how could they be so reckless? Okay, I'm heading in. Detective Carey, the Red Dozer trailer was totally obliterated. Don't go anywhere near that thing. Get a hold of yourself. We're the police. We don't run away as soon as things get a little dangerous. And from here, we are playing this stage, and we get nothing but static. We're on our own here. So, we're constantly making our way to the right, hopefully without taking a whole bunch of damage. Everything's fine in the first section, but here, we do have rocket launchers shooting rockets into the sky in the background. And you want to stay away from the rockets. You don't want to drill into them because you will get hurt if you do. You will have the occasional enemy that you will have to destroy. Just watch what you're doing and you should be good. And you should be able to get around here. You may get hit by some things here and there, but if I can get away from the slime area, that shouldn't be much of a problem. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. And I'm going to make my way backwards to give myself a little bit of some headway against the little things that are going to try to shoot at me. Not exactly how I wanted to do it. Not the speed I wanted to do it at, but it'll do. And it made sense to get that rightmost turret first because it made it a lot easier to just get rid of it there. And compared to the previous stages we've been playing in the past couple of videos, this one is a little less difficult, and you are shooting bullets now, apparently. Not my idea of fun. I need you to stop doing that. Okay. We need to launch ourselves onto this platform, then we jump to the rubber block, and then we jump over here. Now we're going to have to go over here, because that's what's going to get us second gear. There are a few walls in the lower level that you can go through for stuff. And I'm glad they're there, because we'll be needing them to get to third gear pretty quickly. Also, we could have used second gear to launch yourself up to the upper area there, but thankfully there is a wall on the other end that we can go through, or at least an opening in the wall, you could say. Anyway, we're now finding these scrolls with the missiles being shot in the background. Thankfully, they're not that hard to avoid, and you're going to need third gear for that. Might as well show that off first before I actually get third gear. And to get third gear, you just walk through the wall on the left of that rubber block. And here we go. I'm surprised we're getting third gear really quickly here. Alright. Time to do stuff. And I don't want to be shocked doing any of this. Well, that's okay, I guess. Nope. Well, at least once we latch onto one of these deals, we can take care of it just like that. And I need you to not do these things. Stop, stop, stop. There we go. We can now take care of these turrets. There's nothing up there where those enemies are. Don't even bother. Why are you using electricity? Stop doing that. Can't believe I managed to get through that. That'll take care of the bullets. And this will take care of you. Perfect. Don't go up and to the left. There's nothing there for you. Also, not much healing, but it's still better than nothing. And now we got these guys. Go ahead and get rid of these guys while you can. Really? Okay. You need to die. There we go. Couldn't shift upwards like I wanted to. That was weird. And yeah, you want to make sure you stop running that, so that way you can get past the missiles in case they give you a hard time. And I just now lost all the health that I regained. And that is not a thing that I wanted to do. And now you are both here. I already don't like this. And I am getting thrown around like nothing. And I need you out of the way. Alright. Now that one of them's gone, we can definitely take care of the other one. And I lost a lot more health than I wanted. And I should have known better than to do that. But we can avoid getting destroyed by a bunch of missiles, and we can get around a little more easily if we take the upper path. Now here, you actually have to slide to this platform, jump over the 3 missiles, and then you want to do as much damage to that tank as you can. For best results, you'll need to be on the edge of the second platform, so that way you can easily slide to the third. Why the game expects you to do that, I will never know. Also, I am now down to 2 tanks. That is not fun. Also, I need you gone. Yeah, there was a turret shooting bullets there, and I did not like that. And now we have this guy, and if we're on the same level as him, even if we're in midair, he'll still try to chase after us, and that's no fun at all. Unfortunately. Try not to take a whole bunch of damage, but that can be a bit hard to do. And I need to stop sliding around. There we go. We can now get to the next section. This thing. Wait for the little lasers to disappear before drilling what looks like a face. Once you drill the face, this thing is dying. Also, you don't want to fall on the lasers either, or connect to them. Stop it! I wish this area gave more healing. Anyway, we need to drill these things and hopefully not get hit by the missiles. Hey! Oh, that's even better. They're falling from the left. That is exactly what I needed. Anyway, you do need to get rid of those little energy totems before you can get up here and then get to the other side. And once you get over to this little area, here's where the fun begins. Because as soon as you get in here, you get to start drilling stuff, and it's absolutely wonderful. Just get to level 3 on the drill, get the 3rd gear, hold the button down, make your way to the right, and just destroy everything. Hey! What is the meaning of this? Why is everything shaking? What have you done to my Doom Dozer? And, well, we took out the tower that you're on, that's what. And there goes the Doom Dozer. And there we go. We have foiled Croog's evil plans. We get knocked out of the drill dozer, but we can get back on. But we're now down the 1st gear. Okay, we're now down the no gears. Now we have nothing. I think that heap of robotic junk you ride around on is finally busted! I can keep coming back to life as long as I have the black diamond. You are totally alone now. You're the one who's all alone, Croog! Yeah, we've got our bosses back. Why is there an apostrophe S after boss? Anyway, but the bad news is it looks like the drill dozer is falling apart. We chased Croog all this way and now the drill dozer falls apart? What a crying shame. There's no sense in crying over a busted drill dozer. Can you hear me, bots? Your drill may be broken, but you still got your fists right. Pound them! And if you press B, you can charge up a bunch if you hold the button down. You're kidding, right? Oh, I'm really scared of those adorable little fists. Why don't you go and play with your doll, little girl? So we need to avoid the lasers. And we also need to punch this guy when he gets close enough as he darts back and forth. And if I could punch this guy, that would be great. Ah, man. Apparently you need to charge it up long enough. Yeah, you need to hold it and charge it up. You can't just... Whew. Okay. Well, we obviously need to avoid the lasers. Then we need to avoid him. And then when he charges at us, you want to make sure you have B held down so you can do that. So avoid the lasers, jump over him when he charges at you, get some distance, charge the punch, he's done. And there's the black diamond. And it shatters. Also, what is up with the... Wait, so Croog was just some kid? Well, all's well that ends well. The black diamond must have amplified Croog's brattiness. It also seems to have bonded with the other diamonds. But he's exhausted all of his power in the process. Shattered into a million pieces. Probably for the best. But just look at what's left behind. 4 beautiful diamonds. Hey, that red diamond was ours to begin with. The yellow diamond was stolen from the Art Museum vault. And we found the blue diamond deep in the Kuru ruins. The green diamond came from the Clink prison warden, but he was a jerk. Well, the black diamond may be gone, but something terrible is bound to happen if we keep all of them together. I think the yellow diamond would be best used helping the police fight crime. Any objections? Hey, we don't have any beef with you as long as you give us back our red diamond. So that's it, eh? Everything all tied up nice and tidy? Talk about a happy ending. But what are we supposed to do with these blue and green diamonds? Well, we can't just take them back to the ruins. Ah, yes. Them. They wanted the blue one at the very least. Somebody stop them! And with that, all the diamonds are divvied up, and we fast forward a few days. The drill dozer is all fixed up, and Big Boss Doug is all healed up. I think it's time to celebrate. Too bad Croog turned our HQ into a pile of rubble. Oh wait, we have the red diamond. Maybe we can use his power to fix our base. We can't rely on the red diamond to do our dirty work, Grutch. So what if the base was totaled? We can always build a new one. Besides, rebuilding the base with our own hands is half the fun. Croog never understood that. And look where that got him. No, I guess you're right. That's Doug, always living up to his title as the Red Dozer Big Boss. But we're going to need lots of loot for pay for rebuilding our base. And our trailer got completely demolished in that battle against Croog. Don't you worry, Grutch. And it looks like the trailer is back. Brand spanking new, just like you ordered, Big Boss. All right, people. Let's head out and find some treasure. I'm counting on you, Jill. From now on, you're the big boss of the Red Dozers. And looks like we're the actual leader now. And we also have 4 cars for the trailer now. And just like that, we get one last shot of Jill's mother, and the credits roll. Whew. This game, I see why people like it. There's gameplay here you can't see much anywhere else. There's a fine story in here. There's some pretty wacky bosses. There's definitely some game freak ingenuity in here. This feels like a very unique game, and I can't knock it for that. And while the gameplay can be a bit iffy at times, just by how you use the alternate forms of the drill dozer, the aerial and underwater forms, that can be a bit sluggish at times. It's still fun. At the same time, though, there's a bit of complexity to it, and at times it can feel a bit too complex. Such as trying to get out of that last bit of the art museum secret area, or trying to get through areas 4 and 5. Some of that, especially worlds 4 and 5, were a lot more frustrating than it should have been. And as a result, I got really, really frustrated with this game. I like the idea. I like the concept. I like the idea of how the gameplay goes on paper. But some of it is a little bit too aggravating. So I might as well go ahead and give my mini review of this game now that I've beaten the main game. Graphics are pretty bright and colorful. Kind of what you'd expect from Game Freak. Especially after they made quite a few Pokemon games. They've pretty much been able to make stuff that's been easy on the eyes, and this is no exception. Sound and music. Some of the best you'll definitely hear on the Game Boy Advance. I definitely had no problems with the music at all. Gameplay, I like it. I like the idea. But sometimes you really have to just do a lot of steps in like quick succession just to get someplace. And sometimes it can be harder than it should be. Like, once again, with that last little bit of the art museum secret area, which took me 6 minutes and felt like it was about 4.5 minutes too long at the most. Or the least. I can't decide. And I accidentally touched the mic. Wow. The aerial and underwater forms, they can be a little sluggish, and they can be a little harder to do at times. They're harder to control at times, especially the underwater ones. I was running the spikes every so often, and, well, it was kind of hard to keep my balance while in the aerial form. And some of the bosses, especially in the second half of the game, didn't feel all that intuitive, and I did have to look stuff up just to get through the game and just make sure that things weren't super frustrating. At least the final level and the final battle with Croog makes up for that a little bit. But Worlds 4 and 5, as well as the first half of World 6-1, which the game forces on you before you can do anything else, that was a bit tough, especially with the boss battles in those areas. Although I did like the maze boss for World 4. That was pretty good. I liked that a little bit. But some of the bosses in the second half of the game made the game a lot more frustrating than it should have been. I honestly feel like one of those videos that I made, I think it was for Clink Prison. I know one of my videos was 51. Yeah, it was Clink Prison and ended up being 51 minutes. Yeah, some of the levels also ended up being longer in the second half of the game, and I didn't like that either. I did not like that at all. And finally, the replay value. You still have the treasures to look for once you beat the main game, but once you beat the main game and you get the treasures, there's not much to bring you back. Except to see if you can play through the game again. And if you press A here, you get to see your rank, which is, well, in my case, pickpocket. Not bad for a rookie. At least you're no skulker. So, I'm guessing your rank just dictates whether or not you've gotten everything and how many treasures you've gotten. I feel like I could have gotten all the treasures that I would have been able to get without a certain bit at the outset in the main game when you're going through it for the first time before you get everything else. And yeah, this is probably the best I could do for at this point in time, but after you get out of that screen with the A button, you'll be allowed to save. Do that! Because even though you'll be taken back to the title screen and all that, you can go back to your save file, go to the shop, and we can get some new stuff. So we can get the maps for areas 3, 4, 5, and 6, which we can get all the extra stuff in those. But we can also get the Mega Bit, which is a diamond drill bit. Those little stainless steel looking tiles, with the Mega Bit, we can finally go through those. And when we get the Mega Bit, we can do some post-game treasure hunting, and we can get the rest of the treasures that are hidden in the game. Of course, I'm going to need some bolts, and I'm going to have to farm those, but I'll definitely do that before the next video. I did say I was going to get 100%, and by golly, I'm going to get 100%. So, now that that's a known thing, we have some work to do. And we're going to start working on that work after a long pause of trying to figure out what it is that I want to say in the next video. So join me next time where we have money, obviously, and we get that money to go to good use with the 4 secret maps that I have yet to get and the treasure hunting. We are going to have to do the treasure hunting. And by golly, we're going to do it. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!